Hey guys, welcome back to round 2 of the RaceRoom Racing Experience Custom Championship. Now, if you haven't already watched the first race, I'll put a link to it somewhere in the video description or on the screen right now in one of these corners. I don't know where it's going to be, I haven't edited the video yet, but you should go and check it out. Not exactly the most exciting race. We led from pole and we won the race. Now, on paper that sounds quite good, but it wasn't quite as straightforward as that. There was a lot of pressure from the cars behind. Really had to fight for it, and it's only going to make it more difficult for this race now, as we are the benchmark, we are leading the championship, and we are the pace setters. So yeah, no pressure there, hey. Anyway, let's go racing. Round 2 of 4 in the GT3 and GT4 mixed class custom championship in RaceRoom Experience. It's the Red Bull Ring. Okay, so here we go at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. Driving the Mercedes GT3 car, and first thing you notice different than the first race of the season is we're not on pole position. We're not even on the first row, the second row, or the third row. We are back in 7th position, and you will notice that we've gone past our main rival, Mr. Ledoux, the faster cousin of Reggie Ledoux, of course. Now, 30-minute race, same as the last one, mandatory pit stop. You gotta come in, change at least 2 tyres. GT3s and GT4s all racing on the track at the same time, just to mix things up a bit. Anyway, not much more to say, let's go racing.
Here we go.
Starting in 7th position.
Glory, green, green, green.
I feel like I've got reasonable pace in this car. We get a little bit of a nudge from behind going through the first corner here.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Got a good run on 6th position.
Let's go there. Clear right.
Lots of heavy braking around this track.
Yellow flag. Green right.
Oh no! Well, that wasn't part of the plan, guys. Ah.
Car on your left. Clear, incident clear. All rounds clear now.
Got a little bit of a tap.
Down the rough start lane. Got a lot of work to do now.
Oh, you're not kidding, Mr. Spotter. Back down in 18th position.
Sector 1 is clear.
That's going to throw the championship wide open. Where's Ledoux?
P9. 6.7 seconds ahead.
Okay, so we've got to make sure that he doesn't score more points on us today. P9 is the target. Oh, we got a fight in our hands now. Hopefully this should make up for the lack of excitement in the first race. Everyone loves a good fight back. Underdog story. Well, we got one now. As we come round the first lap. Very short lap here.
Gap 2, head Simmons. Ahead is now 0.43, V17. Come on, get your head back into it. Keep it smooth. Focus on these lines. Gap 2, Birchmeyer behind is now 1.2 seconds.
I think we had a little bit of damage on the car, but it's not affecting the handling too much.
Far left. You're on the right side, 3 wide. You're clear on the left. Nice move, mate.
Went for the apex then. Didn't mean to dive bomb 2 people, only meant to get the 1. We got punted towards the apex there. The blue car ahead of us, I believe that's the Bentley, not leaving us an inch of room. I remember that, mate. Don't you worry. Hopefully the
131.64.
Hopefully the cars ahead of us don't run away with it too much. But I feel like I said at the start of the race, we do have good pace in this car. But it's never a good sign when you're facing the wrong way after the second corner.
The captain, book ahead is now 0.5 P16. That was 132.76. The captain, head Simmons behind is now 2.8.
It's the apex bit there, unfortunately, but we still got the run. Very powerful slipstream on these cars. We're going to go dummy him to the outside.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Clear right. All right. Right side's clear. Left side.
Oh, we're going to get the Ford.
Green flag sector 1.
Still with you.
Oh,
It's free wide, we're on the right. Clear on the left. There's a car right. Still there.
yeah, that Bentley.
Yeah. Hold your lines. Clear
Very aggressive defending. Did get past the Ford though, which is good. That's another position.
on the left side. Clear on the left.
More points. Just about damage limitation now. Playing chicken with the curb on the inside there. Did that too many times and the suspension will break.
The captain, book in front is now 1.3 seconds. P15. The lap time was 1:33.32. Gap 2 Martinez behind is now 0.4 seconds.
Just need to put some solid laps together. I can see them fighting up ahead of us, but looking at the map, there is a bit of a breakaway with the leaders. Oh, he's going defensive. Couldn't quite make the cutback work then, unfortunately. I've got a feeling this guy's going to be pretty tricky to overtake, just based on the evidence so far. He's definitely going to defend. We got a GT4 already. Must have had some kind of problems.
Left side, there's a car. Clear left.
Didn't make it too difficult for us there.
Alright Dan, little chances here. Let's make sure we can take them. The captain, book ahead is now 0.7. You've just done a 132.44. That's your best lap in the session. The gap 2 Martinez behind is now 1.7.
Looking at the track map, I think maybe an early pit stop is in order this race. Oh, he's going to go a bit defensive.
Clear left. Left side's clear.
Good pass, well done.
Got him. Yeah, I think we've got enough of a gap behind us. If we do an early pit stop, because we do have to make a mandatory pit stop this race. Everyone's got to do it. Everyone's got to come in and change at least 2 tyres. As we run horribly wide through that apex. Yeah, everyone's got to come change tyres. I think the earlier the better this race, really. Because then we can just cycle to the back and pump some clean laps in. We're not fighting through the traffic. Let these guys fight and lose time. We should hopefully make up a few spots like that. Whoa! Way too much curb on the inside there. Unsettled the rear, but we are still on for our fastest lap of the race so far.
2 minutes. Into your apex apexes. Wait for the chances to come, mate. The gap in front is now 1.1, V14. That lap was at 132.00. Good lap. That's your quickest today. The gap to book behind is now 0.9.
Where's Ledoux?
E9, 12 seconds ahead.
Car right.
I'll show where this guy's going. Defended thinner. But hey, works to our advantage. Got a good run now.
Car right. Right side's clear.
The Porsche is no match for the Mercedes in a straight line.
Good pass, nice front.
So we got a McLaren up ahead of us next.
Pit window opens in 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Spotter. I will definitely be taking that opportunity. So we won't be able to do it this lap, but I think next lap we should be able to come into the pits. Avoid the curb on the inside here. Much better exit.
Stay calm, keep it smooth. The gap to Webb ahead is now 0.13, V13. That lap was at 131.59. Good lap. That's your quickest today. The gap behind is now 0.9.
On your outside.
We'll try and get him around the outside.
Still with you. Clear right.
Oh, easy done.
Pit window is open. That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes.
So change some tyres. No fuel. We come into the pits at the end of this lap. And I've just realised I've not done any pit stop practice. So this is the first time I'm going to be coming into the pit lane at speed. What could possibly go wrong? Don't answer that, guys. I think we all know that a lot could go wrong. We are making a little bit of progress. And this is going to drop us back a few positions. But I think in the long run it will work out faster. Keep it to the inside here. Oh, way too early.
Activate limiter. Box in 330 meters.
Could have got a lot more speed out of the car there.
Box in 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Just riding the brakes a bit to get some heat in the brakes throughout the pit stop. Changing tyres. So we are now at the back. There's a few GT4s going to go by us. Let's pop it into first gear, get ready to leave the pits.
Pit exit's clear.
And just as I hoped, a nice clean track with plenty of oversteer. So now we play the waiting game, guys. Just got to get my head down, put some fast laps in. Although something I have noticed since I recorded the last race, which I found particularly amusing, I'm not sure if you guys will, but I'm mostly an R Factor 2 YouTube content creator who's now switched to RaceRoom Racing Experience, driving a car sponsored by Gran Turismo. Yeah, go figure. Talk about mixed messages. But hey, it's all about sim racing at the end of the day. As long as you're having fun, doesn't matter what you play.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Okay, time to make up some speed.
Sector 1.
Some of the GT3 guys are pitting already.
The gap to Birchmire behind is now 1.7.
I think that's one of them there. We've already overtaken this guy.
Still there. Oh, clear on the left.
A bit wide on the exit, but we make it stick. So we're pretty much already back where we were before.
Slower class car ahead.
Which is good considering we lost so much time on the pit entry. Moral of the story, guys, always practice your limiters.
Left side. Clear left.
Long is pitting from P10. We think he'll come out close in front.
Always pays to practice your pit entry. So much time to be saved. That GT4 didn't really make life easy for us on the outside there. Not a terrible lap, but we need personal bests.
Car exits in the pit, heads up. P17, that was at 132.00. Gap to Martinez, behind is now 1.4. 15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go. Keep it neat and tidy, we still might get something out of this. We're halfway home, fuel looks okay.
Thanks, mate. Good update from Mr. Spotter there. Lots of useful information. I know I don't really mention it much, but Crew Chief is just such an invaluable plugin.
The leader, Rosenquist, is pitting.
I've been using it for a lot of my videos now, and it kind of goes under the radar. It doesn't get mentioned, but it's just invaluable. If you haven't already given it a go,
Coming up on a slower class car.
I recommend you do. It just changes the way you go racing. You don't have to look around the screen for information. It gives you the information directly into your ears. It frees you up to concentrate on the racing and the track at hand.
On your right. You are clear on the right.
Again, catching the GT4s at quite an inconvenient spot on the track. So easy to go wide out of that penultimate corner. Get a penalty.
Gap to Wilkins in front is now 0.8. Our lap time was 1:32.04. The gap behind is now 1.7 seconds.
Still about 5/10 off my personal best. And the fastest lap is a 30.8. We've got a good run on this guy here. He's going to squeeze us on the grass.
Right side's clear.
Good stuff, keep it coming.
Flashbacks to the start of the race when I got punted and spun around.
The leader, Alson, is pitting.
We are now up to 13th place, so we're pretty much back to where we were before we pitted. The only way is upwards from here as we go wide on that corner. That's a horrible corner. It just... you have to brake so much earlier than you think. It tricks you because it's just downhill and the brakes just don't grab.
Pitting from P3, we should come out a little way behind you.
Throwing away a little bit of time through those
Rosenquist is
fast left-handers. Really need to pick up my game again. Not as fast as I was at the start of the race. Gonna get my head down for a few laps, guys. So apologies for the upcoming lack of commentary, but this gives you a good excuse to enjoy the engine sounds.
ahead is now 1.1, 13th place. The quickest at the moment. The lap time was at 1:31.19.
Anyway, you know what to do. Turn up the volume and enjoy.
Closes in 2 minutes.
And if you are enjoying the race so far, don't forget to leave me a like and a comment. and subscribe if you want to see more.
Half your fuel left.
Anyway, enough yabbering. Enjoy the sound of the Mercedes GT3 in the Austrian mountains.
Left side's clear.
Pit window closing in 1 minute. Yellow flag, sector 1. Okay, now keep doing what you're doing. This is spot up. Yellow flag, stay sharp. The gap to Lunda in front is now 3.1. The yellow gap to long behind is now 3.4 seconds. Sector 1 is clear. We're quickest right now. That last lap was at 1:31.00. Coming up on a slower car.
On your left, clear left.
Closed.
Okay, so there we go. You can turn the volume back down again now, guys. Unless, of course, you want to listen to my dulcet tones super loud. 2/3 of the way through the race. Everybody should have made the pit stops by now. Anyone who hasn't will be getting a word from the race stewards and a penalty added at the end of the race. And looking at the positions, we're now in 11th with 10th position right in front of us on the track.
Lunda ahead is now 0.9. You've just done a 31.88. The gap to long behind is now 4.1.
But 9th, and critically our old mate, Albert Ledoux, is a good 7 seconds down the road, and he's our main rival in this race.
Coming up on a slower class car.
He was hounding us for the win in the previous race at Zandvoort. So as long as we don't finish too far off his tail, we shouldn't lose too many points.
Left side's clear.
Anyway, we'll find out the standings at the end of the race. We're getting nice and close to the car ahead of us now. I think it's only a matter of time, guys. Oh, he's struggling. Top 10. This is for the top 10. Oh, he's all over the place. And again, so are we. Didn't really nail those corners too well.
Fastest lap for Alson, 1:30.72.
But think back to the start of the race. Facing the wrong way at the top of the hill. This isn't too bad.
The gap to Lunda in front is now 0.6. That lap was at 1:31.93. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace. The gap to long behind is now 5.4 seconds.
On your right, keep your line. Right side's clear.
Come on down, nicely done.
Got him. 10th position. Looks like there's a bit of congestion on the map up ahead of us, guys. The gap on the tracker to Ledoux is coming down.
Alright, clear right. Left side.
Lost a heap of time there. All swings and roundabouts is probably what closed the gap up to the cars ahead of us in the first place. Oh!
We've been warned about track limits.
Just understeer clean off the track there. Didn't really gain an advantage. The race director didn't seem to think so. Still invalidated the lap initiatives with a black and white flag. Too many of those and I'll be getting a drive through. Not good, guys.
Gap to Ledoux ahead is now 5.5 seconds. P10. The gap to Lundo behind is now 1.0 seconds.
So easy to get cut track penalties on this circuit. Lots of apexes to jump across. Lots of exit curbs to run wide on. That was a sweet apex there. Probably the best I've done that corner the whole race.
He's their class leader.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Whoa! Almost run wide again. We're on for a good lap so far, if we can hold it together. Easier said than done. Start to get a bit of understeer in the car now.
Stay focused. You're still in this.
Dancing with the race director there. So close to getting another cut track.
Okay, Dan, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
I think we might have a chance here. We might be able to catch him.
We're matching race pace. Gap to Ledoux ahead is now 3.0 seconds. That was 1:30.83. The gap to Lundo behind is now 3.2 seconds.
Oh, just a couple more tenths and I might even be able to get the fastest lap of the race. Shame I don't get an extra point for that like in the Formula 1s this year. Which, if I'm being honest, I haven't really seen a strong opinion either way on the new rule in the Formula 1 for the point for the fastest lap. It seems to have kind of gone unnoticed, but I absolutely love it. It just adds that extra element towards the end of the race. Who's going to push?
Coming up on a slower car.
The tension over the team radio. And everyone's just keeping an eye on each other. I think it's a great idea. Maybe not a traditional idea, in the sense that, you know, more modern history, there used to be the point for the fastest lap, so I guess if you're worried about tradition, then it's very traditional. It's going back to the original rules. But yeah, I think it's great. But the point I was trying to make was it would be good to get the fastest lap here. Don't get a point for it. It's more about the pride. Making up for lost ground at the start of the race.
The gap to Ledoux in front is now 2.5. Your last lap time was at 31.04. The gap to Lundo behind is now 3.8 seconds.
The whole 30-minute format of the race, it's just enough to get the car tuned in. Now some of the other races, the longer races, when you start getting to the regions of an hour and upwards, you need, well, don't need to make a mandatory pit stop, you need to have one anyway to change fuel and tyres. But you kind of get very used to the track and the concentration can waver a bit. These 30-minute races with the pit stop just keeps you on your toes. It's action-packed. It's not, you know, it's not too long that you
That's 2 minutes left.
get completely used to the circuit and, you know, the feel for the race. But then again, it's short enough that you can still have a good sprint. Oh, we're closing. We're closing. What do you reckon, guys? Are we going to do it? It's only 1.6 seconds, or maybe 2 laps to go.
That lap time was 1:31.20. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
You get a good slipstream down the straight here. Get a good toe. That should help us along. We're not far off. We're not far off at all. He's right there. Had a super strong first sector there, guys. Closed up a second. Although the fuel lights come on. It's never going to work. Should have saved the opportunity. Are we going to have enough fuel?
Right side's clear.
Got him!
Nicely done.
On your left.
Oh, he's fighting back. Cheeky move.
Still there.
Nicely done though, mate.
Still there. Still with you.
Whoa!
Still there. Clear left.
Fuck's sake, back limits, come on.
What was that?
Green flag, you're clear.
Did he sideswipe me? That's a hell of a bang. Did I hit a curb or something? I'm actually genuinely at a loss there.
One more lap to go. There's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Well, it looks like P9's off the cards. Gonna get P10.
Hold your line. Right side's clear. Go on your right. Still there. Clear on the right.
That was risky. I feel like I have nothing left to lose at this point. I have to check the replay out after the race. See what the hell happened. Just had a loud bang. I didn't feel like I made contact with the guy. I don't think I hit a curb either. Just there's definitely some kind of impact. Very strange. Maybe we can have a look at the tyre marks on the track, see if there's some kind of giveaway.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Sector 1 is clear.
No. Oh, well, there we go, guys. Across the line. A bit of a scruffy one. Ah.
10th position. Okay, it's over.
Not the worst result. Yeah, got caught up in a few incidents there. Yeah, I want to see what the hell happened. I'll have to check out the replay, guys, and add that into the edit later. Unfortunately, the way RaceRoom works, you can't go and view the replay immediately after the race. Not that I'm aware of. If there is a way to do that, then yeah, let me know in the comments. I'd be pretty keen to find out, because I'll have to go back and have a look afterwards. Okay, so here we are in replay mode, guys. First and foremost, apologies for the lack of pixels. I am running this replay through the Oculus Rift headset. Anyway, let's have a look and see if we can make out what happens. So we're on the inside. He just ran clean into us. No way that was on us. See if we can get a better angle of that. See if we can get a better angle of this. Here we go. This should show it off nicely. Yeah! Cheeky. Let's have a look at the results. Oh, Ledoux in 9th, me in 10th. I dropped a few points to him, but hopefully that's not it's not going to affect the championship too much. Let's have a look. Oh. Did I just quit out the results screen? I think I did. Alright, well I'll go back and edit those in again after the race, guys. Okay, so as promised, sneak peek of the next race. Obviously we're going to be at Suzuka, but you can see the championship standings in front of you right now. Looks like that Rosenquist has jumped us quite significantly. Obviously he won that race. He must have had a good result in the first race. I'll have to go back and check, but he now leads 40 points. We're on 26, so we're going to need a good result in the next race to catch back up again. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. Scruffy race, scruffy race. 10th position, top 10's not too bad. Yeah, don't forget to like and comment. And if you want to see what happens in the next round, race 3 of 4 in the RaceRoom Racing Experience Custom Championship, then yeah, subscribe and press the notification bell. You'll see it in a couple of days, and I'll see you then. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.